Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Generation Tech. My name is Ben, and we have another Star Wars vs. Star Trek episode for you guys today. The Rebel Alliance versus the Federation. So, the Rebel Alliance has just experienced the events of Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back. Fatherly love at its best. After a rendezvous at this galaxy-looking thing to fix Luke's hand, they meet up with the rest of the fleet over the planet Sullust, where they learn of the construction of the second Death Star. So basically, the Rebel fleet that will attack Death Star 2 in Return of the Jedi is assembled and raring to go. Only problem is interference from a natural gravity well, plus the excrement of Purgill space whales and transitory mists caused by ionized space. Have we got any more technical sounding words? No? Oh, a subspace tear? Okay, all that stuff I just said, plus a subspace tear, caused the entire fleet to be transported to an unknown galaxy many thousands of years in the future. As the fleet arrives, they shoot past a red planet and a series of unmanned bots. This is the Mars Defense Perimeter of the United Federation of Planets that has literally failed like 50 times at stopping any kind of starship getting near Earth. As the fleet are in confusion, they are approached by a Defiant-class Federation starship, with Captain Sisko in command. Yeah, I don't know why Sisko's defending Earth, but let's just say he is. Sisko sends out a message on all known frequencies for the fleet to leave Federation space, but the rebels are from another galaxy. They use different communication frequencies, so they don't get the message. When Sisko gets no response, and having scanned the ships, realizing that they are heavily armed, he gets trigger happy. He starts firing on the fleet with phasers. The rebel ships scramble in all directions. Some ships are destroyed. The rebels still have no way to respond. Some X-Wings start to fire on the Defiant, but with the ship's shields and ablative armor, they hardly have any effect. Sisko gets angry and starts giving orders to intercept the larger ships in the fleet and arm torpedoes.
Commander, prepare 2 more torpedoes.
Engine room, break.
Set course 050
Unlock safeties on torpedoes
179.
3 and 4.
The rebels power up an ion cannon and fire at the Defiant, temporarily crippling the ship's electrical systems, including sensors. Sisko is forced to wait while the main computer core reboots. Meanwhile, the rebels sneak off and park their ships inside some ancient alien structures on the dark side of the moon of the third planet from the system's main star. The Defiant, temporarily immobilized, is unable to track them. The rebels send out some scouts in spacesuits on a lunar hiking trip to a point on the moon's surface where they can get a view of the Earth. And what they see is this. They report back to Admiral Akbar that there's a massive orbital battle station above the planet. Now, Star Wars rebels love destroying massive battle stations. You know those Geico commercials?
Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
If you're in the Rebel Alliance, you destroy orbital battle stations. It's what you do. The rebels figure out a way to blast open the docking bay doors and fly their X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon inside the structure and destroy the core of this 6-kilometer high space station. The mission is a success. Only problem is the rebels didn't realize it was an unarmed space dock with thousands of non-military men, women and children on board. The Earth's media go crazy and brand it a terrorist attack. The rebels have now given away their position, and dozens of starships have already been called back to Earth, including the Sovereign-class Enterprise E.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations! Engage.
A ferocious battle ensues. At first, the rebels are hopeful.
Lock S-files and attack positions.
May the Force be with us.
But it quickly becomes apparent that the Rebel Alliance are outgunned.
Fire.
There's too many of them.
I'm hit!
It's a trap!
Half their ships are not even warships, but transport freighters and medical frigates. Because Starfleet have transporter technology, they can easily beam inside the rebel ships and attack them from the inside. The only thing that works is ion cannons that can momentarily disable Starfleet ships, giving the X-Wings time to take a few shots. But the Starfleet captains then realize how to modulate shield frequencies to resist the ion cannons, because you can do that in the Star Trek universe. They then increase the intensity of their assault.
Time to take out the garbage.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah, Janeway and the crew are there too. Why not? The rebels, knowing they're outgunned, decide to flee, like the rebel scum that they are. Some ships jump to hyperspace, but others have already been boarded and are captured. Luke Skywalker is arrested for the destruction of Earth's space dock and sent to the Federation penal colony in New Zealand. He's eventually picked up by Captain Janeway and asked to join her crew as a hotshot pilot. It was all a misunderstanding anyway. Other rebels who played lesser roles in the battle are allowed to enlist in Starfleet, but later on some of them are arrested for trying to steal red matter and take it back to destroy the Death Star. Anyway guys, I think it's obvious that Starfleet would win in this particular scenario. With the Federation versus the Empire, it's definitely a much more even fight, like with our Enterprise E versus an Imperial Star Destroyer video, there was no clear winner. But I think if the Rebels don't have intelligence on specific weaknesses of the Federation ships, which in this scenario they don't, they would get pretty battered. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments below. Subscribe if you're new, give this video a like, and if you're watching this, you are Generation Tech.